Are you recording this?
Rooted in community.
Rooted in community.
Rooted in community, making sure every single client who comes through Whitman-Walker's doors is fully valued in their wholeness and humanity.
Rooted in community is a feeling of belonging, security that they can get medical care without being ashamed, that they can get research without being ashamed.
I first became a patient at Whitman-Walker about 8 years ago. I experienced a great amount of loss and tragedy.
Life before Whitman-Walker felt very isolating from the lens of a queer woman.
The doctor was like, we've got one more thing that you need to look into. You have grid. And I'm like, grid? And it's like, yeah, you have grid. Gay-related immune deficiency. This was before they even knew or had a name for HIV. Single parent, 2 kids, recovery, HIV, sexuality. It's a lot to juggle.
I had lived in New York City for a long time, super involved in HIV/AIDS advocacy, and found out that I was HIV positive in New York City in 1988. After 25 years in New York, I moved down to DC, started going to clinical trials here in Washington at the NIH. Ultimately, I'm here, so one of those clinical trials worked. And I was one of the first people on the protease inhibitor of the cocktail. But when I got to DC, I didn't really know the landscape of HIV/AIDS. I didn't know the landscape of healthcare, just generally. And someone said, oh, you have to know about Whitman-Walker Health as a large population of people with HIV. And it caters to the LGBTQI population. And I was like, I'm in.
So there's a lot of secrecy and closeted individuals in the 80s that were dealing with HIV and sexually transmitted diseases at Whitman-Walker. It was freer. It was less inhibited. And the people that were there were very comfortable with one another.
I really hit my rock bottom. Thanks to Whitman-Walker, I got help. I talked to my doctor. I told my doctor what was really going on, and she put me in touch with a support group at Whitman-Walker. And eventually I quit drinking. I lost a lot of weight. I stopped taking high blood pressure medication. But the most important thing I did, and really the support group helped me so much with this, was to put myself out into the world as Jamie for the first time. If you had asked me not too many years ago, would I be an openly trans organic grocery store worker and aspiring playwright, I'd say, wouldn't even be in my top 9,000.
I've relied on them as my primary care provider, my pharmacist, behavioral health specialist, dentist, public benefits navigator.
Embarking on my own gender journey. Doctors I had been seeing elsewhere were not doctors that could support me in that journey. And so I switched to care at Whitman-Walker, and Whitman-Walker supported me through my entire gender transition and continues to be the place where I know I get gender-affirming care.
I never missed a chance to tell somebody about my experience at Whitman-Walker. I had been dealing with a drug addiction over 30 years. I was almost dead. I was 86 pounds when I walked in there. And I tell you, they just went to work on me. And if I hadn't have went through those doors, I don't think I would be here today. Wait a minute. See, I get teared up. I'm sorry. Right? Nothing worked until I went to Whitman. So I'm here today to say that it was amazing to have them on my team, man. I'm just so grateful. That's why anything they ask me to do it. Because I believe and I want people to know that it's just not for LGBTQ, it's for everybody.
I've finally been able to find community and the language that resonates with me and my identity.
We're very proud of the fact that we've managed to make it to our 80s. 83 for me is a high point right now. And I think Whitman-Walker will be there. I know they will be, so I feel safe.
What is so great now is about seeing what we advocated for and seeing that in fruition.
Every program starts with, what does the community need from us? How can we be a good steward of community care.
Unless we all have equal and equitable access to healthcare, we can't actually accomplish any of the larger societal goals and come together as a community.
Stigma is a killer. And there's no stigma when you go into a Whitman-Walker Health facility. Neither the Max Robinson nor 1525 14th Street. You are just walking into family. And there's nothing better for anyone than be able to do that.
I really do feel like Whitman-Walker is right there with me every step of the way.
We are known as a place where services in this city are exceptional. And 50 years of cultivating that really is roots in the community.
Our community here in DC and our broader kind of LGBT community across this country, really around the world, deserves the best care. And I'm thankful that that's exactly what we've been working towards. I'm so proud to kind of personally support and also encourage everyone else to support Whitman-Walker as well.
At Whitman-Walker, your friendly neighborhood grocery. No, okay, you can cut that out.